Remember that one. Remember that one. All right, good evening. Welcome back to the Baton Rouge Regional for the Women's NCAA Tournament. We're pleased to have Texas Tech joining us here. To my immediate left has head coach Krista Gerlich, and then Danae Fritz, and on the far side is Bailey Maupin. Coach, we will open up the floor for you to make an opening comment. Then we will address questions to the players first. Players only, please introduce yourself, your affiliation, and who you are addressing your question to. And then we will have question time for Coach. With that, Coach, congratulations, and the floor is yours.
Thank you. What a great game. Everything that we knew about Villanova was so true. They're such a good basketball team, so well coached, fighters till the end, really hard to defend, and we knew it was going to be a dogfight from the tip. Really proud of our kids for staying together, for stepping up and making really big plays when we needed them. I thought that the whole first half, it was just both teams trying to figure out what the other team was doing to them and how to fight through the physicality, how to fight through just people, the scout, of defending each other. And then I thought that in the second half, we got our footing under us a little bit in the fourth quarter, and the kids really stepped up to the challenge and had some really big plays. We hit some big shots. We got on the floor first after several loose balls and rebounded it well. So super proud of these kids, and first win in the NCAA tournament in 21 years for the Lady Raider basketball program, and we're super thrilled to have accomplished that.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Congratulations. We'll get back to you in just a moment. All right, we'll open up the floor for questions for the players first. Please raise your hand. We'll bring a microphone to you.
Steven Garcia, Lubbock Avalanche Journal. Danae, you had the task of guarding Bosco for a majority of the game. What was it like guarding her, and how does she compare to some of the other top players you've guarded this season?
Yeah, she's definitely one of the better guards I've guarded all season, so she's a great player. I think that everybody bought in when it came to guarding her. We knew that was their best player. We knew that was the engine that made them go, and I think that everyone did an amazing job. So.
The advocate. Bailey, you had I guess a little bit of a struggle shooting-wise. I guess how did you stay with it and eventually found your scores?
I think the most important thing is just keep shooting the ball. Shooters have to have a short memory. I try not to think about the last shot. Just move on, continue to play, do it the coaches and my teammates need me to do. And if I'm open, I have to be the one to shoot and just have that confidence that it's going to go in.
Shelby Hilliard, Red Raiders Sports. Danae, you've talked a lot this season about that you can get to the basket, you can be aggressive, but just tonight, all game, it just seemed like when y'all needed a bucket, you were willing to go do it. Where did that come from? Is just the senior kind of mindset?
Honestly, that was the task that they gave me for this game. We knew the matchup that we wanted, and she just happened to be guarding me. So when I had that, I knew my job was to get downhill. So.
And Bailey, you talked about it just the other day that y'all are being open about the fourth quarter thing, but earlier in the season it was a strength of y'all. So what was the discussion to get back to y'all's biggest wins this year have all been comebacks in the fourth quarter, and y'all did that again today?
Right. What we've been talking about for the last 15 days is finishing games. That's something that we struggled with the last 5 or 6 games before the tournament. So going in when we had those 15 days of us practices, we really focused on finishing games, executing late in the fourth quarter and just, making shots, executing, getting to the free throw line, and doing all the things that we normally do.
And I don't know if you think about it this way, but how much does it help you when you get that charge late in the game to kind of lock you into to playing?
We're a defensive-minded team. Everybody buys into defense. Everybody knows that that's what you have to play to win. So getting that call right before halftime and at the end of the game, it's huge.
Danae, could you kind of take me through that play late? There was a loose ball that you got on. What did you see, and just what was going through your mind?
I just saw the ball bounce on the floor, and I just know that our thing is first one to the floor, like Coach said, and I knew I needed to do my job and get to the floor before they did. So that's exactly what happened.
And Bailey, is there something that comes over you, a feeling just, when it's crunch time and, you know that the team needs a play from you?
I wouldn't say that it's a feeling or that I feel like I have to do that by myself. I feel like we're all put in, positions where we need to execute and where we need to get to the basket or where we need to hit open shots. And, I'm super grateful that everyone on this team knows that if it's their time, it's their time, and they get to the basket. It just happened to be me tonight, so.
Shelby Rhodes, KCBD Sports in Lubbock. For both of y'all, we talked about leading up to this point of y'all getting into the tournament, but Bailey, you even said that getting into the tournament wasn't enough. Y'all wanted to get a first-round win. So we heard Coach's emotions, so just talk to me, both of y'all, about y'all's emotions, getting that gritty first-round win, and now y'all are into the second round.
It's an unreal experience. It's really hard to put into words. This is something that I've been working towards my whole career. So just to be at the end of the game and get to celebrate and get to wake up tomorrow and know that it was real and then we get to play again, I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, I would say exactly the same thing, and I'm just so happy to be a part of this program and be a part of it coming back to the tournament and getting a win. So, yeah.
For both of you guys, I know it's still very fresh. You're going to play LSU next game on Sunday. Just what's the mentality, the thought process for that?
I don't think the mentality changes. 1-0. 1-0 every single game. It doesn't matter who we're playing against, what the circumstances are. It's going to be 1-0. That's been our theme, and that will continue to be our theme.
That last tournament when came, you were an assistant coach. The head coach is standing back here, I believe, with Marsha Sharp. What has it been like for both of you to have Marsha traveling with y'all and be here for these games like that?
For me, it's a huge honor. I watched a lot of her coaching growing up. I watched a lot of Coach Gerlich growing up. And then just to be in this position where we're bringing the program back to where it should be and where it will continue to be for a long time, to know that she's sitting there watching us makes me want to play even harder.
Yeah, I just love how she's here supporting one of her old players and just watching how Coach Gerlich's got this program back to what it used to be. And
Did you just call me old?
No, never.
No, not that.
We're old.
We're old. I'm 23. They put 130th game. I was like, oh.
Any other questions for the players? We're good?
Yeah.
Okay, Danae, Bailey, thank you all very much. Congratulations. We will see you later on this weekend. Thank you.
Good job, you guys.
I caught the old thing too, but I wasn't there.
I
I was like, coach is gonna,
They're
coach is
old
jumping,
players.
coach is jumping on that one.
Old players.
All right, same process now as we open up the floor for questions for Coach Gerlich. Again, if you will introduce yourself for those that are from out of town that we don't know, introduce yourself, and we'll open it up for questions for Coach.
Andre Champagne, Tiger Rag. Coach, you've got 9 seniors on your team, 11 upperclassmen. Just talk about how much of an advantage that is kind of coming into the tournament, also in this game, and just how you're kind of relying on that as the tournament kind of unfolds.
Yeah, it's definitely been a strength of ours all year, and it's because of the last one, best one mentality, I think. I think they all chose Texas Tech. Those that came in just for this year, they chose Texas Tech to come in and leave a legacy and to help a program get back to where it was. But I think right now, and particularly in the tournament, having a senior-laden team, it just is, they don't want it to end. Right? They don't want it to end. They want to keep playing together. And so they have a little bit more of a desperation, I think, when they play, a little bit more fortitude when it comes to just making big plays and leaving it all out on the floor.
Casey Healy, the Villanovan. Are there any changes that you're looking to make this for Sunday against LSU?
Changes as in?
Just in your game in general.
I'm going to be super honest with you. I've only watched LSU when I'm watching on a Sunday afternoon and they play on Sundays and we don't. So I have not watched much LSU at all, or my assistants have. So I do know this. Anytime this season that we have tried to change something that we do, it has not bode well for us. So I think that just going blind into the scout for myself, we got to play Lady Raider basketball, and we may have to tweak it here or there, but we got to be who we are.
Late in the game, I think there was a timeout with about 6.5 minutes to go. Just what was the message in that huddle to maintain that lead that y'all, I think that was the first time y'all had a 2-possession lead all game, and to make sure you maintained it?
Yeah, we just talked about having composure and playing to win, continuing to get stops and rebounds. I think that once you get that separation, you just have to continue to get stops, and then we got to take really good shots. And I thought that our kids did that. We had a couple kids make some big ones, but we were really good at the free throw line, and that's what you have to be when you're trying to protect a lead.
Maria McElwain, the Philadelphia Inquirer. So like you said yesterday, it's been a minute since you've been on this stage, but you're back now. What does this win, and what do you need to do to like make this a staying tradition for you guys, for lack of a better word?
For sure. Well, it means the world to me. I mean, that's one of the reasons, obviously I've wanted to be the head coach at Texas Tech since I played there, and knew that at some point Coach Sharp would retire. And I was really blessed to be able to go coach with her. And I had to take a big circle to get back around to here. But, I really wanted to honor her legacy, because she is the pioneer of Lady Raider basketball, and she is the one that built it up and got us into the tournament for 21. This was our 21st time to be in the tournament with a 13-year gap. So she's the one that, obviously started the legacy. And I just, it just means the world to me to be able to come back in here and do everything that I can, surround myself with great people, get the right players in here that believe in Texas Tech, believe in the Lady Raiders, to be able to get this program back there. And then it's one of those things where those 9 seniors that we're talking to, they're going to be, or that we're talking about, they're going to have a huge part in helping us sustain it, because they're Lady Raiders for life. And I know we had a lot of former Lady Raiders in the stands tonight as well. And that's what it's all about, is continuing to bring pride to this program. And they're going to help us sell that. They're going to help us, relay that message and pass that tradition down. We have signed 6 freshmen for next year's team, and all 6 of those kids are in love with our 9 seniors. I mean, they absolutely adore them, and they just are looking up to them, and they are watching what they're doing, and they want to carry on that torch. And that's what it is all about whenever you have a tradition-rich program.
Coach, going back to yesterday, you said that one of the keys to winning this game was not relying on one person. And when you look at that box score, everyone had their hand in this offensively, but also defensively. Just talk about how key that is, and also how special that is as a coach to see that you're not having to rely on 1 or 2 people, but everyone on that bench is going to get in and make a difference.
Well, that's been our story, right, this year, is that we share the basketball, that we're very deep, and that we have multiple people that can contribute. I've said the whole time that we have 11 players on our team, and 9 of them could start. 9 of them would start in another program, and so they're extremely unselfish. But they all have a role, and they all know what that role is. We don't have any All-Americans on our team. We don't have. We have 1 first-team All-Conference and a 6th player of the year, but we have really good kids. We have really good character kids, and we have really, really talented kids that just aren't upper echelon, but they play really well together, and they understand the team concept. And I don't know, I've said it to them all year long, but this is a team sport, and it's meant to be a team sport. And so when we have one player step up, we have another player that will have their back if they get in foul trouble. We have somebody that can come in and defend if somebody's if somebody's not doing a great job. They have each other's back, and the depth and the way they are so unselfish is a strength, and it's a superpower, to be honest, in this day and age.
Austin Jackson, the Daily Toreador. You guys had a little bit better of a 4th quarter than you guys have had in some of your recent games.
A little bit.
What do you feel like changed?
A lot better. Desperation. I mean, I think that these 15 days off, our kids were super upset. Let's be real. The K-State game at the end of at the beginning of the tournament, the Big 12 tournament, we did not do a great job of finishing that out at all. And our kids had to sit on that for 15 days. And we definitely addressed it. We definitely talked about it. We've always been super transparent with these kids and coached them really hard and been very truthful with them. And they wanted to close out a game. I think it was just their mentality. I think it was, again, their desperation because they're seniors. And we just pulled out of them what we already knew was inside of them, and they got it done.
Tolo Brown, the advocate, asked Bailey about the mindset. I guess, how will you prepare your team mentally for a tough contest against LSU?
Yeah. Well, number one, this is March Madness, and that's what you do. You step up, and who's the next opponent? The thing about our kids is that we have some really big wins in our conference. We beat TCU, we beat Baylor twice, we beat West Virginia at their place, and all of those teams are really good basketball teams, and they're playing in this tournament and at a really high level. So I don't think that we're going to be intimidated by any means. We've played on the road before in really great environments, and this is what it's all about, and we want that tall task, and we understand that it is one. We have the utmost respect for LSU and what they've done. We want to be where they are. We want to win a national championship, and obviously Coach Mulkey's done that multiple times, and we faced her when she was at Baylor, and we're ready for the challenge, and we'll go get ready tonight when we get back to the hotel.
Coach, kind of the same question I asked the players. I know Coach Sharp's around the program a lot, but you don't see a lot, Coach, to come back and travel with the team and to be here with y'all in the postseason. I know she was in Kansas City, but she's here now. How special is it to have her here to get that win for the first time since 2005?
I mean, obviously, y'all know that I think the world of her, and I wouldn't be where I am today without her. She believed in a girl from Spearman, Texas, population 3,500, way back in the day. And she brought a group of people together, a group of girls together, and we did the impossible. We literally did the impossible. And I owe so much to her, and what just her mentorship, her friendship, her belief in me. And now, that I'm back at my alma mater, back leading this program. It's just an honor that she is here. It's an honor that she's around us. I love when she speaks to our team because they just, you could hear a pin drop every time she speaks to them because they just soak it all in. They have high respect for her. And that's one of I think that's one of our goals when we were rebuilding this program, was for the players that we brought in here to understand the tradition of Lady Raider basketball, because it is special. And that is all because of Marsha Sharp and what she did and how she sacrificed and how she built this program up. And so for the past, however many years that we've been in the cellar, the program's been in the cellar, that has broken my heart. And it has broken every Lady Raider's heart. And just for her to be able to see it getting back there, for her to be so proud of the girls that are wearing the Lady Raider uniform, and to watch them go through the process, because it is no easy task of rebuilding a program. And to have her support means the world to me. And, she sent me the most incredible text today before the game that was like head coach to head coach, and head coach that's been there and head coach that hasn't. And I'm going to get super emotional. I'm really trying not to look at her while I'm talking, but it was just super special to be able to rely and to depend and to just have somebody encourage you like that.
A couple more questions for Coach. Go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, I know it was a defensive battle tonight, but just from what you've seen from LSU, how crucial will it be to take care of the ball on Sunday, especially seeing how their defense feels that offense?
Yeah. I mean, I think clearly, I think we can defend, but we can't defend turnovers. When we turn the basketball over, that leads to easy buckets, and we turn the basketball over a lot tonight. And we're going to have to do a much better job of taking care of it. We're going to have to be super gritty and tough and rebound the basketball and not give them second chance opportunities. But I do think that defense is what's gotten us here, there's no doubt, and that's what we'll have to rely on to stay in the game.
You've had March Madness wins as a player, an assistant coach, and now head coach. Does this one feel any different for you?
Wow, that's a really good question. I will say that it's been a long time. And so just the feeling is fantastic because it's been gone for a long time. And I think that's the thing is like this is what we tell our kids, once you've experienced it, it might be worse when you can't get back to it because you know what you're missing. Whereas if you never get there, you don't really know. And so this one is pretty special just because it's been a long time coming, and there was a lot of doubt. And there was probably a lot of doubt from myself at times. And just the fact that we were able to accomplish it, that we were able to find a group of girls that believed in it and a staff that believed in it, and that Lady Raider Nation is revived. I mean, the excitement has been just second to none. And it's a fun part. And, yeah, this one's pretty special.
Final question, Coach, right here in the front.
So not just the win itself, but how y'all did it. What does that do for, like you said, those 6 freshmen who are coming in and whatever else may happen in the offseason?
Well, we have to be gritty and we have to be tough, and that's what I want my teams to be known for, is just their toughness, their grittiness, their competitiveness, and that's what, first to the floor. Like, I love that our kids won that ball game because they were first to the floor, and I wouldn't say that they necessarily wanted it more, because I know Villanova wanted it just as badly, but like, our kids sacrificed to get it done. And so I just think it sets the tone. It sets the standard for where we want our program to be, and our incoming kids that we know are coming in right now understand what that is, and from day one they'll be upholding that.
Coach, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Once again, Texas Tech will be back tomorrow, 1:25 for the players, and Coach will be back at 1:45 tomorrow afternoon. We'll do a reset. Be back with Villanova from Baton Rouge in just a moment.
Thank you, guys.
Coach, thank you for your time.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Congrats. Nice to meet you.